What's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. How's everything with you, dude? How's quarantine life in
Dude,
Wien?
you've got... Yeah. You've got quite a massive beard, man. What's going on? You're turning into a caveman.
Look at that, yeah. I haven't shaved at all. I had some hair here and there, so I had to pluck it out because that didn't look good. But yeah, I'm just growing this until let's see how long, but end of December probably.
It really accentuates the hair on your head as well. It makes everything look like blacker. Darker.
Yeah.
It's like a nice contrast.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I look older now with the mustache.
I guess.
And the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to increase my testosterone level too. I'm working on that.
And how you're doing that?
So I was reading Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Body, and he writes about testosterone a lot. So I'm testing this thing where I just researched cod liver oil, so fermented cod liver oil and butter, plus taking cold showers and eating a lot of Brazilian nuts and almonds. And that supposedly increases your testosterone level. So
I guess I'm a quarter of the way there because I eat a lot of almonds. So
that's good. Yeah. So that's what he recommends. I'm just trying it out.
I feel like my testosterone. So like apparently Indians have really low testosterone levels
because of the nutrition.
I guess, but genetically as well.
Really? I don't think so.
Yeah. No, it's true. That's why we're so skinny.
Is that true? Nah, I don't.
It is true, dude.
Is it really true?
Yes, it is. It is true, yeah.
Okay, naturally, maybe.
On average.
Okay.
On average, they just have lower nutritional values, I think, than others.
Oh, okay.
You know?
But
and I think there's actually certain types of people who have way higher ones on average.
Okay. I mean, maybe, but then the thing is, we can always work on testosterone, right? I mean, people even say those power poses increases testosterone. So if you just stand like this, like a Superman pose, or you fight, you do some MMA fighting, then testosterone will automatically be lifted. Yeah,
you're probably like crying testosterone. Ah.
I mean, do you think
probably what happens when the fighters cry? It's just testosterone coming out. They're not actually crying like us.
Because I don't know if this is what you mean, but like for example, Koreans are very slim, right, in general. And man, the way for some reason Korean people talk about other Korean people, it's so like pushing them down. What I mean by that is I was speaking to a family friend, an older man, and he was talking about what a feat it was for Korea to be so good at football, right? In 2002, especially the World Cup, where they placed 4th. And he was talking about how special it is, especially because Koreans are much, much smaller than the Europeans. And he kept emphasizing that. And I was like, why are you saying that? The average height of the players, is about the same, actually. They might be slimmer, but you don't have to emphasize that. And it's something you can work on by hitting the gym. And so...
Is it though?
It is. I mean, to a certain extent. And then you can also use the other things.
Do you think? Oh, sorry. But do you think it's a coincidence that Iceland has a population of 200,000, but because every single one of them is so jacked and huge, their team was able to do so well. No other country that has a population less than 1 million has ever done that well. Or I mean, I guess
I don't
Greece, know. How much does Greece have?
Greece has millions.
Greece has way more, right? Yeah. No country under 1 million has done as well as what is it? Is it really 200,000?
I think 300,000. Yeah. But the thing is,
300,000.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you will not gonna see like 2 meter tall Viking looking guys on the football pitch. These guys, although they're strong, they're still gonna look physically fairly similar to other football players. And the same with
but like, so let's say there's a certain perfect physique for a football player, right? The chance that physique is reached is higher in a place like the US or in European countries, because that physique is generally amongst the population. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I guess. Yeah.
So, and because like Koreans don't generally have that physique, when they produce someone with the physique and with the skills, I think it is a little bit more special.
Maybe. I mean, I'll be frank. I think Koreans, like
Dude,
when I
you're
walk
not
around in
Frank, you're
Seoul,
Pascal.
when I walk around in Seoul, people are pretty much similar height. So I'm just, I have a bigger belly. I'm wider than the other people, but generally the height is similar. Same with Indian people. So I don't see like
Koreans are pretty jacked. Well, no, Indians. What are you talking about?
I
man?
don't think Indians are short of stature.
Indians are small and skinny. Always, man.
Depends on the region, right? I mean, we're talking about a
Generally.
continent too. Like northern
Yeah,
Indian.
there's like one region where there's like one jack guy, and it's like the most famous region in India.
I mean, like
There's one village
Punjab.
where all they do is work out.
okay, like the Punjab is known to, I guess, bring forth a lot of the soldiers, right? Historically.
Yes.
So there, I think, just physically more, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
you
think
know all the genetics of those Punjabi people. It's freaking European genetics, not European like that whole area. You know, like the more
Eurasian.
they all came down there.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You know that.
Dude,
like
but don't you think anyone like, especially football, if you look at Messi, he's the best player out there with Ronaldo, but he's not a physically gifted player. I mean, like big player or strong player. It's just built in the gym.
And his build is definitely, but dude, his build is definitely somehow, how do you say, like
helps his
it lends itself. It has to be.
But don't you
He's
think?
not like some.
Don't you think in the future Indians and Chinese could? It just depends on the training, I believe, and also of course nutrition. Definitely
the
nutrition.
Infrastructure.
Infrastructure, yeah.
If they're recruiting kids, like at 8 years old, in certain European and US countries.
Yeah, and they have the
right,
best
for
coaches
sports,
and
they just don't do that in India. They don't have that for India. I think
Right.
they have it probably for cricket or whatever.
Right.
But they don't have it for anything else.
Okay.
Once they start doing that, and probably that's why Brazil, which is so poor, is probably has such a good football because they probably have such a huge infrastructure.
Right.
Who knows? They're historically they just invested in it or whatever.
That's why to be honest, this has always been my theory. I think if the US would make soccer, as they call it, more popular, I believe they could quickly become one of the best nations in
It is
football.
already, but it's becoming huge now.
Yeah, that's the
Slowly,
thing.
slowly.
Well, yeah, but now still, if you look at the average population, they think basketball or football or baseball maybe even is more popular, right? But because of their system,
passes, I bet you the US is going to start doing way better, and they already are.
the World Cup is
not so
coming
bad.
up soon, so they will.
Yeah.
Because they have obviously like a system
Dude,
that
and once
really
they start-
promotes athleticism. Yeah, we speak over each other the whole time.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No. So they get once they start.
Are you excited? It's gonna be in your country, actually, Canada, the World Cup.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
I didn't
And
even know
Alphonse
that.
Davies, for example, is a Bayern player, Bayern Munich. He's amazing. He's Canadian. So
Oh, nice.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I love football. I love wasting 90 minutes of my life at a time. Well, it's actually more, right? It's like 100 minutes because it's there's always the break.
Yeah. Same.
But,
it's so hard to watch full 90 minutes. It's just, but hanging out with friends and that's fun.
Yeah, no, because the friends that they're always just then watching, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I should watch too, and then I hate football, dude.
Really?
I hate it so much. It's so boring. It's so freaking boring.
But
I
you
tried
like to
my
play.
best. I
Okay.
can't do it.
What about World Cup? You don't watch World Cup
Playing
either?
is fun. Playing is
Okay.
fun, but
Really?
Yeah,
You don't watch?
watching it.
You don't watch the World Cup even?
hell no, dude. I tried it once and I was like, this is the worst.
Wow. That's because you're
Yeah.
from Canada and India, man. Because they're not represented.
I guess if one of and Pakistan is
And
not
Pakistan,
represented, Austria is not represented, and Indonesia is not. Those are all 5 countries I could theoretically get behind,
Yeah.
but like none of them are represented. So I'm like, okay, I just lost the
Yeah,
lottery basically.
I mean, yeah.
I
Austria has
just
not been in the
accept
World Cup since 1998, so
Yeah.
long time.
That's probably
Anyways,
the last time I watched, anyways.
okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
cool, man. So, do you watch a lot of cricket?
No, I don't watch any sports except for wrestling.
So acting, you like acting? You mean fake acting?
Huh? What's
Oh,
no. It's the competitive sport, pro wrestling.
Oh, you mean like Greco wrestling? Greco-Roman
No,
Olympian.
it's pro wrestling. It's what they do after Greco-Roman wrestling.
Do you like
When they
Kurt
go
Angle?
professional.
Did you like Kurt Angle?
Huh?
You know the Kurt Angle. He was an Olympic gold medalist, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he was an Olympic legit. After he joined wrestling, people were a little less like skeptical about, or were a little less dismissive about pro wrestling after he joined.
Oh, okay. I mean,
'Cause he made it
even
legit, man.
I mean, Brock
Lesnar as well.
Lesnar joined, right? He was a UFC
Yeah.
fighter, and
Yeah,
what's the female fighter again who was really good?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. She's also in the yeah, right?
WWE. Yeah, WWE.
Damn, that's the only sport you watch?
I don't watch it anymore. Actually, I haven't watched it in like 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't watch any sports.
Ooh.
Yeah. What about you? What do you watch?
I watch a lot of American football, so I never watch live until the final or quarterfinal, something like that. But I love watching highlights. I like to follow the stats, and football the same. So I watch quite a bit of Champions League highlights and stuff. But it is a waste of time. I do agree. It's like it takes a lot of time, and it's kind of
I do. There is a sport I do watch though.
what?
Anime sports. So like basketball. I watch Kuroko no Basket. It's like a
Nice.
basketball anime.
すごい
And I used to watch Captain Tsubasa,
Nice.
football anime.
Nice. Were you for Japan then?
Well, it's always high school kids, so I would be.
But wasn't there kind of like a
team.
World Cup also? Like,
I think in Captain
international?
Tsubasa eventually they.
Right?
Well, oh, dude. Well, back in the day, in Captain Tsubasa, which is a football anime,
mm-hmm.
they played the Junior World Cup. So they built a Japanese team. All the best players in Japan, high school players, played in the World Cup, and they played against Germany in the finals. And you know what the name of the captain, the best player on the German football team was?
Hans?
Kaiser.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was so good, man. And Kaiser had an emperor shot or something like that.
What?
His shot was called like the Flying Phoenix or something like that. And like literally the ball would catch fire when he did it.
Oh my god, I love how even in real football no one names the moves after some cool. They should do that actually. They should do that. Like if Cristiano Ronaldo does a move, it should be the flying dragon or something. That would be much cooler.
Does Cristiano Ronaldo have an animal that's associated with him? Or some kind of symbol? Not really, right?
No.
He's just Cristiano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Messi?
They don't call him like...
Oh, I mean, both of them are the GOAT, right? So a GOAT, I guess.
Yeah, but everyone gets that now.
That's true.
Kind of.
Yeah. Will you be the GOAT of comedy?
Huh? Will
you be the GOAT of comedy?
Yes.
So for people who don't know GOAT, it's a acronym for greatest of all time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's used now in every sport. And
Yeah.
now, instead of coming up with like things like the Austrian oak, the Italian stallion, or what else? The mussels from Brussels.
Yeah.
They're now just saying like, oh, goat. And then they just associate the animal goat with the person. It's good, but it's like, let's be original. Let's give everyone their own animal.
Well, we can say Argentinian GOAT, Portuguese GOAT. Yeah, that
Mountain
doesn't.
goat.
Mountain.
You know who really is the goat? Mountain goats, man. This is the mountain and this is the
Yeah,
goat just
yeah.
chilling,
Yeah.
chewing its grass, and then they'll be chilling, and then an eagle will come and just touch the goat, and the goat will be like, oh, and fly. It's like, bro, if you knew you couldn't like stay stable if someone just poked you, why are you doing this? But they insist on it.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen a mountain goat.
I should have
you?
actually explained that better because
No one knows
explained it
what's
better.
happening. Yeah.
well, the audio people are gonna be like, what did he just do? Yeah.
So watch it on YouTube, guys. That's a great segue.
I watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, so what's up, man? So you said today in Austria it's a bank holiday. What does that mean?
It means that banks, we're supposed to stay at home and thank the banks for taking care of our money.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Austria is a country for, right, Bankgeheimnis, so secrecy involving banks. It's a great place to store your money, I guess. So that's what we're celebrating? Is that what it is?
We're celebrating bank secrecy.
Nice.
Do they like us? Do they not like us? We don't know because it's a secret. But we're celebrating.
Nice. Okay, what do you do?
You guys don't have a holiday?
I mean, no, in Germany there's no bank secrecy though, so there's no celebrating.
There's no bank secrecy.
Yeah. So how do you celebrate, dude?
So I take out my money bag and
You leave it at the bank, right? Everyone leaves a candle and a bit of a bag of money, right?
Yes.
In front of the
Exactly. You bring a bag of money, and then you ask them. You pay them to take care of your money, basically.
Right.
You say, "Hey, here's some money. Please take care of my money."
Right. That's good, man. I mean, that's isn't it also tradition to every bank holiday you have to watch, get together with a family and then watch a movie where Wall Street is involved? That's tradition too, right?
Yeah, but it has to be one where Wall Street wins. So it can't be some bullshit.
Right. No poverty because we don't want to see
no poverty. We don't
bank,
like poverty.
Yeah. Right.
So like The Big Short is a great one because Wall Street wins in that one. So that's a good one.
Do they?
Yeah, Wall Street wins and you celebrate. You know how like when they play the sad music in The Big Short and everyone's like, "Oh, now I'm going to just summarize the movie with sad music," and then they do a thing and they show how no one went to jail. Mm-hmm. At that point, we pop the champagne.
Right.
We just we play a soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, it's a good.
Shit, you should love your bank, man. If you don't love your bank, then you know what? You're going to hell, boy. You're going to hell.
Do you like banks so much?
You're going to heck.
What?
You're going to heck.
Okay. Well, nice. So when you eat chocolate on this day, you also have to eat the chocolate that's in a gold coin, right? Where you
the gold coin.
Yeah, the gold coin with the chocolate inside.
You give the chocolate to the bank. And you just eat the wrapper, dude.
Dude, what would you teach your kids about personal finance? I mean, wait a second. In all seriousness, though, why is it called bank holiday? I never understood.
You just cut off for a second. What were you saying?
Oh, why is it called bank holiday? What does that mean? Hello.
Oh, I mean, I already answered the question. I don't know. You want a serious answer?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay. It's definitely a British word, right? I think it is.
Bank holiday.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Isn't it?
Are you Googling it or no?
No. Maybe I should next time.
Well,
okay, guys. Next time, please send a mailbag. Give us an explanation of bank holiday.
That brings me to the next awkward segment. Our sponsor for the week.
Oh, our sponsor for the week?
Yeah. So our sponsor for the week is made just for today, the bank holiday. It's money bags.
Money bags. That's true.
Why don't you tell us more about it?
For bank holiday, as you know, the old tradition says you have to bring money bags to the bank. But of course, where do you find the bag, right? And you don't want anyone just to steal it. You want the bank to take your money. So moneybags.com is sponsoring our event today. What they do is they have a high quality bag where you can store your money, and big letters on the bag it says "Do not take it," and so you can make sure that the bank will take it and no one else. Right? Is that what it is, Ali?
Yeah. Do not take it unless your bank.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
also, you only get it if you promise that you will put at least 100 euros in front of the bank. Otherwise, moneybags.com does not even send it to you, right?
Has no time. They have no time for you.
Money is time is money.
Also,
so
just to make sure the bank knows there's a huge dollar sign, and then on the back it says, "Please do not take."
Oh yeah. Also in Europe, it's the dollar sign.
It's a dollar sign because
Yeah.
everyone knows, because they're gonna. But like, it's foolproof. You know what it's for because of the dollar sign, and no one is gonna take it except for the bank because it says do not take it unless you're the bank. You just leave it at the door.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, who would ever steal money? Right? Doesn't make any sense.
They wouldn't unless they were asked not to. Sorry, they would. Well,
if
anyways.
Yeah, guys.
This is a foolproof system, so you have to guarantee you put 100 euros in. The bag itself costs 200 euros.
Right.
So you're giving money bags 200 euros to give the bank 100 euros to take care of whatever you've got in your bank, including if you have 0 euros, because you have to pay the bank even if you have 0 euros. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. So if you want to be part of the exclusive club of moneybags.com, very exclusive, costs 200 euros, and you have to put in 100 euros, so 300 euros already from the get-go. Guys, but if you're a real traditionalist, you want to have the money bag, go to moneybags.com/kimchi curry, and then you can get it.
And for every single purchase of money bag using our promo code, we have to pay an extra 10 euros. So this is a win-win for well, it's really just a win-win for the banks and the money
You mean
bags.
we match the donation?
We match. We don't match it. They just take our money. They just take 10 euros for every
Nice.
time someone uses our promo code. It's great.
We gotta mention. I mean, I don't know because I heard people might actually go check this out, and obviously this domain doesn't exist, at least not as far as we know. So
no, there's probably a money bags. It's probably
there probably is. So
site.
we're not. Yeah,
it's probably like some porn star who's got 3 titties. And she calls them her money bags.
So obviously this doesn't exist.
Her name is Money Bags because she's got 3 titties and they make her a lot of money.
Okay.
Or it's a guy whose balls are really, really nice and he calls them his money bags.
Dude, you know what I thought it was so funny always? Whenever there's a public holiday or national holiday, they would change the porn on porn sites to that theme. Like there would be Santa porn, there would be for Easter, I don't think I ever saw bunny porn, I don't know. Maybe the women are dressed as Playboy bunnies, maybe. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's
so weird.
Where do you think that's going, actually? Because I was thinking, what if children grow up just watching porn, which they do already?
Children are growing up watching porno. It's going to be an interesting time in the next 10 years seeing how these people interact with each other.
Yeah.
All growing up with porn and all that nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude, speaking of porn, I was just thinking, last week or this week is my anniversary, 2-year anniversary of no porn. No porn.
How are you going to celebrate, dude?
Watching porn?
Christmas
porn? Nah, dude, no. Did you ever watch porn with someone else? Like with a buddy?
Loads of times.
Oh
yeah, loads of times. I mean, not with the same buddy, but like there's been 3 or 4 times that I can think off the top of my head. Like once, so in Indonesia, my buddy Edward, he was mega rich, right? And his dad had built a home cinema. This was in 1999.
Wow.
He had built a home cinema that was in 1999. That was all powered by one touchpad next to the couch. So on that touchpad, you could do the lights, you could do the play, you could do the pause, you could do everything. It was, and the screen would come down on it was insane.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
In 2000,
that's insane. Even now, that's insane. And
yeah. I mean, now it's like nice, but you can imagine someone having that. I couldn't imagine someone having that back then. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and he had a DVD player in 1999, and I remember I didn't understand the concept of you being able to pick from a menu off of a CD. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it worked. Anyway, so we went to we bought a bunch of porn, and then we went 8 of us, and we all sat in the cinema hall. And we watched porn on the big screen together.
Oh, God. Were you all, touching yourselves, too? Or?
Oh, yeah, dude. We were all touching ourselves. No, man.
Dude, some guys do that, man.
No, so the thing is, this is how far like Asian, because they were all my buddies were like different places from Asia,
Mhm.
like either Chinese or Taiwanese or Singaporean or
No
whatever.
Korean.
And
All right, because they would.
No,
you had
the
the
Koreans
feud,
stuck
right, with the
together,
Koreans.
basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. That's another
Yeah.
story though. But
Yeah.
but yeah, but I've heard so many stories of and mostly predominantly white kids, but like or
Mhm.
at least kids who are hanging out in groups that are predominantly white or European.
Uh-huh.
I've heard so many. I'm not saying every one of them does it, but I've heard so many stories of them like having competitions
Oh.
when they were on a camping trip, who could jizz first, or like watching and then like doing. I don't know. It was really weird, or like
Right.
taking turns. And so we didn't do it. Like there was none of that for us. So we
Well,
didn't.
that's
We just
that's
watched
true.
it. It
No,
was very
Asian.
awkward,
I
though.
think Asian kids don't do that like that. That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Not as much.
Yeah,
At least.
it's
Yeah.
just.
Culture, maybe.
Well, I think the idea of doing it in the same room or like having competitions, that we just don't do as much, like for whatever.
Right.
reason.
Obviously, everyone watches porn. It's funny that people do this competition like kids. Who can come first? Like I've never done that. You haven't done it, but it does exist, right? Why come first as if that's a good thing?
I don't know.
Because in
what's
real
going-
life-
I don't want to even. Like I don't even want to think about the fact that maybe my kid will be doing that. I just don't want to
Yeah.
think about any of that.
How are you
nonsense.
gonna raise your kids? So, like,
How am I gonna raise them? Oh wow, how am I gonna raise kids? Let me just.
no,
let's
you
see,
know
how
what I
much time
mean.
do we
Like,
have?
are you gonna tell them
I'm gonna
that
beat them. I'm gonna beat them until they
stop watching porn?
until they just stop doing
no.
bad stuff.
Because I mean, obviously they're gonna be curious, but it's
Yeah, and that's when you bring out the elbow, and that's what wrestling taught me.
Come on, man.
If someone shows a little curiosity, you just get on the top rope and you fly down with your elbow first. Elbow to the chest will sort it out, the curiosity.
Jesus.
What are you gonna do? How are you gonna raise your kids, man?
I'm not sure, man. I definitely will. I think speak to them and tell them, look, I'm pretty sure you're interested. I mean, I don't want to make it awkward for them, but I do want to tell them that it's not. I mean, Vanya once told me when he was like a teenager, he was at a friend's house. He's white. He was at a friend's house watching porn with a friend. So so basically that, yeah. So that happened, and then I think his friend's father came into the room, and he was yeah. Anyways, his father came in, and he was like, guys, he just sat down there and gave him a talk. Like, guys, you see this, but it's not really natural because it's about love and also touching and all that stuff. Don't just see this and think this is real sex. And he just gave them this talk, and he said that was such a good experience that it wasn't punishing and it wasn't judgmental. It was just, guys, just see this, but it's not the real thing, and sex is something much more private and intimate. And I think something like that is very important coming from an adult. Telling your kids, try to stay away from this. Experience the real thing in the future. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, dude. I feel you.
Yeah. Because I mean, I wish someone would have told me how bad porn is. I was always told how bad porn is, but only from the religious perspective. That it's a sin. You shouldn't do that. And in school, and we talked about this a lot, right? It's consistently said that watching porn and jerking off is healthy. But watching
In
porn,
school?
I mean, among friends and even teachers would say, not endorse it, but kind of say, yeah, it's normal. And obviously the urges are normal.
There was no evidence. None of that evidence existed, which exists today.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it's like a pandemic now that people are just watching, like going nuts.
Yeah, man, we should
Why are
watch.
we
We should play Pandemic
Razvan
Legacy
told me
Zero
to
with
stop-
porn.
to stop watching.
What?
Razvan told
We have
me,
to
he was like,
eradicate the
"Dude,
porn
we
addictions in
get
the
it.
world.
You don't watch porn." Yeah, but he was like, "We get it. You don't watch porn. Stop fucking talking about it. Like, it's okay. We get it. Like, you're not. He was like, you're not you haven't reinvented the fucking
That's true.
wheel. So
Dude, but
we
so
can-
many do still watch. Anyways, all right. Razvan,
what
sorry.
so what?
Sorry. But hey, you heard another cool story of Ali watching a lot of porn with his 7 other friends in a cool ass home cinema.
Yeah,
so.
there was another time I watched it with. I remember I read a story on Reddit once where the guy was like, "Yeah, dude, like me and my best friend, we're still best friends. We now have kids, but like growing up, we would watch porn, and we would just give each other like it happened a couple of times. We would give each other hand jobs or like blow jobs and stuff.
Okay.
And I remember
Wow.
reading that and being like, interesting." And they never spoke of it again.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, it's not like they keep it a secret. It's just a normal thing that happened when they were kids, and then they don't really talk about it, or it's not really a big deal, and they're still friends. And then I remember this one time with one of my closest friends. We were just lying there, watching some blue movies together,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember thinking, why did we never? I mean, like not that I wanted to, but it just made it
Yeah.
was just. I just asked myself, like, why. I don't understand why I never. Not that I missed having the experience.
Yeah.
It was just out of curiosity. I was wondering why we never had the impulse to do that, whereas these guys clearly had the impulse to do it. You know.
I mean,
so
as far as I know, you're completely straight, so maybe that's why.
I don't. Well,
I mean,
yeah, I guess, but I don't think it even has to do with that. Because those two guys, there was no indication that they weren't. The way I remember. Anyways, let's move on.
I don't know, man. I mean, who knows if life would have been different? Do you think? I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know though, or no?
No, but that's why. Why didn't we ever? Yeah, exactly. When we watched the porn together, you never touched me, man. Jesus. Dude, but did you watch the Aaron Hernandez documentary?
No, I didn't.
Do you know who Aaron Hernandez is?
Is he the Reddit guy?
No. So he's
No.
a former American football player who was a star player, signed a huge contract, won the Super Bowl, like massively successful.
Is this gonna be like a really, really uplifting story?
No, all right. No.
Yeah, I think I know where this is going. Oh.
What?
Go on. Tell
No,
the story.
I don't want to enough effort. No, but it's very
Huh?
interesting what you just said. It's kind of that just reminded me of that documentary. How he was okay, I'll keep it short. He was closeted homosexual or bisexual at least, but he grew up in a very, very tough neighborhood. Like had tattoos all over and acted really tough. And he was right, but he also was bisexual or even gay. But he couldn't say it, and they talk about how on the football field or even among the teams in the locker rooms, it was very, very homophobic. So he could never really show it, and he had also aggression problems, and which is why he ended up in jail. But that's not what I wanted to get into. But it's just interesting to see how, because it was so homophobic, his environment always around him, he could never be truly who he is. And he also in high school he I think also started watching porn with his best friend, and then that kind of turned into like an affair as well. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Anyways, so, dude. Okay. Well, now we're almost out of time, but I wanted to talk about a book I was reading. But in any case, so
well, tell us.
Yeah, it's a bit long, but have you seen Arrival, the movie?
Yes, I freaking love that movie.
It's amazing, right? Amazing. I watched it several times. I love it. That book is based on a short story written by a I think Chinese American author, and he writes a bunch of science fiction short stories. Really good. I'm reading his book right now, and I was reading this one about time travel, and it was so good, man. Yeah, it blew me away. Yeah. But I don't want to get into detail because it's, first of all, spoiling, and it might take a while. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. The internet's really bad. Sorry, guys. Should we wrap it up?
Oh, what about your story?
I don't want to get into. I mean, it's a great book. Read it because I don't want to spoil it. Well, okay. Well, no. Yeah, I don't know if I can say it because it's a great story, but it's a bit spoiling. So, okay, the question is, okay, in time travel, okay, there's this example of this guy goes into the future to visit himself. And so he speaks to his future self, and thus he also gets rich, actually. But the thing that's odd is, like, his wife sees this interaction, like his future wife. And his future wife then speaks to her, the future self, like her husband, saying, like, who is this guy? He looks exactly like you, just younger. And he's like, okay, this is, this is me, but from 20 years ago. And it's just time travel thing. He just like tells her, and then she finds him, kind of eyes her husband, but in younger. She finds him much more attractive. So she then travels to the past just to sleep with the younger version of her husband. And I just thought that was so odd, because I mean, it's not adultery in a sense, but it also is. It's just, I don't know. I was thinking about it. And just imagine if it were reversed. If a husband would go back to the future, to the past, to sleep with the younger version of his wife. I think that would be way creepier. But if it's, you know what I mean? You don't care. You don't give a fuck. Okay. Okay. I lost you. Guys, just read Exhalation. The book is amazing. It's really good.
I just love how like you're like, oh, the guy who wrote Arrival, which is such a deep book about language and like aliens, and you're like, yeah. And then he wrote this other short story, and then the man sleeps with the woman, and then to get back at him, the woman sleeps with the man. And I was like, what the fuck?
Not to get back at him. Not to get back to him.
With like sci-fi elements.
But read the story, man. I mean, it's more philosophical than that. It's about, I was just thinking that's adultery, but is it adultery? And it's more about time travel again, because
yeah, I'm sure the gist of it is not that the woman goes back in time. Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's about time travel, and yeah. Anyways, I won't say.
It is what it is, dude. I'm gonna travel back in time, dude. All right.
Yeah, are you gonna speak to your future self, or
be like,
past self? Yeah, are you gonna join the 8 kids in the homestead?
I'm gonna stand in the back.
Oh god!
And then I'm gonna suggest like, maybe you just pull your dick out, see what happens.
Oh my god! Jesus!
Just let it out, dude.
Ugh.
How creepy would that be? 8 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, whatever we were, watching porn, and then all of a sudden one of like someone in the back is like, hey, this is great.
My god, I'd freak out.
And everyone turns around, and even I turn around, and it's
you and
7
future.
of them are like, why, Ali, why are you there but 20 years older? And then Ali's like, I don't fucking know. I have nothing to do with this. It's just me being fucking creepy, but I didn't do it. Wasn't me. It's me, but it's not me.
Dude, would you, I mean, what?
That would
so
be a
isn't it odd?
whimsical
Like,
situation,
when you
don't you think?
Yeah, that would be a weird situation. But that means the 12-year-old you will eventually do that, right? Because it's a continuous cycle.
I mean, that's the conundrum of time travel, right?
Yeah.
It's he has to do it in the future, but the thing is, the conundrum is that I didn't experience that, so I can't have. When I was in the room with my 7 friends, there was no creepy 34-year-old in the back giving us instructions, right?
Right.
So because there wasn't, there can't. It can't happen that I go in the.
Well, in a parallel universe, maybe.
I mean, there's also the interesting thing in Marvel. Every time you time travel and you change something, it creates a new timeline.
Right.
It creates a timeline that where you exist and change things, and it creates a timeline that normally exists.
Right.
So that's how they solved it in comics.
Dude, but isn't it like so? How? I mean, we don't have to go into detail, but when as a teenager you're watching that as a friend group, everyone's just sitting there. Because I remember, I mean, as a teenager, like you would get erect very easily. So as soon as you start watching that a porno, even though your friends are around, I'm sure you're aroused, right? So everyone's just sitting there with a boner. Is that what happens?
I can't remember the details.
Yeah, and we don't have to.
I also know that there's not much. You're not looking around or anything. Like I'm not looking at. Was he touching himself? Boner.
You're just crossing legs so that no one. Yeah.
I can't. I honestly, I would have to guess because you're right about the whole teenage thing. I would have to guess that we all had like massive hard-ons.
Yeah.
But I can't. I literally can't remember specific. I just remember that we did it.
By the way, where does
we had sex?
where does the word semi come from? Because you always said or semi.
The first time I heard it was from my buddy Daniel. He was like,
shout out to Daniel.
Semi when she was dancing with me, and I was like, whoa, what's that? He's like, it's not boner, it's not flaccid, it's semi. Yeah, and then I was like, cool. And then the second time I heard it from someone aside from myself was we were shooting a music video for a guy here who plays the piano, and it was like this real professional thing, and we were shooting it and stuff, and he had hired 6 girls to do dancing for him, like as backup dancers while he was playing the piano.
Okay.
And then they did their routine, and we were watching just for them to practice. They did their routine, and he was like, "Bravo, mädels." He said, "Amazing girls." And then he was like, I got a proper semi. He said, "Ich hab eine halbe." I have a proper semi. Or I have a semi.
The piano player?
The piano player, yeah.
He said to the women dancing.
He just said it. I mean, I'm sure they heard it. But yeah.
But that's so weird, dude. I mean, that's harassment. I mean,
dude, the guy is like 60 or something.
Oh my! Oh, dude.
It was fucking weird, actually. The guy was a weirdo, whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's. How did they react?
Well, that's harassment.
I mean, it is.
Dude, they're in showbiz. They get that probably like 5 times a day.
Jesus, still, it doesn't excuse it, right?
Okay, yeah, but like obviously. Let's not be okay, priest Pascal. we don't have to like
no porn.
Cast judgment on everything. We all know you're a good guy. You don't have to like make
come on.
It does not excuse us. It does not excuse us behavior. How dare you?
Oh, dude, have you seen Kenneth Copeland?
Yeah, dude, he's the worst.
Oh, dude.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
He looks like the devil, dude.
Oh man,
he looks like the fucking devil. Dude.
Yeah. Did you see the metal version? Some guy plays metal music to it. Oh, it's so good. That's brilliant.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm sorry, guys. If I seem judgmental, please. Sorry. I don't want to judge on you because people have judged.
You're so pious, Pascal.
No, dude, I'm not.
I cast judgment upon thee. I'm sorry for casting judgment. I promise to be more humble in my future endeavors. It does not excuse that behavior.
Dude, I apologize.
I
apologize.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry,
guys.
I keep roasting
you,
dude.
Keep
dude.
keep.
I'm sorry,
guys. Whatever makes you happy, just keep doing it. Yeah. Please be happy. So, however, also read Your Brain on Porn. It's a great book, but do what makes you happy.
What's the short story again? Just plug the short story.
That porn can have unhealthy.
No. Oh. The short story about from the Arrival guy. Just the title.
The book is called Exhalation, and the short story was The Merchant and the Alchemist's Gate.
Exhalation, like exhaling.
Yeah, and you see like lungs on the book cover. It's amazing.
Okay,
guys.
Awesome. Yeah,
read it.
That sounds good.
It's really good. Yeah,
it's
very short too. The short stories are like 30 pages ish, so it's very digestible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got
nice
about
watch, by the way.
Minutes to. Oh, thanks, dude. I've got about 45 minutes to get shopping because the bank holiday.
And then you have to bring it to the bank. Yeah, bank,
exactly. I'm making
money
up-
bags, right?
I'm
yeah,
trying.
nice.
So I've got no money. So this year I've got no money for the bank. So I'm gonna make them like a vegan burger, and see if they accept that instead of payment.
Nice.
But they might just like throw me out of my apartment. Who knows? Let's see.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Just as a disclaimer, again, if there are any crazy people out there, moneybags.com is not something we endorse. We just made it up for the fun of it right now.
You make it so fun that we make fake sponsors by
Dude,
like
but
3
there might be
times
some
mentioning.
crazy people out there who actually like might sue us in the future.
You're probably like the most fun at parties. Someone makes a joke and you're like, oh, that's funny because, and then you explain the joke.
Alright. Guys, thank you so much. If you have any questions or just want to say hi, please send us a mailbag question in form of a video. We'd highly appreciate it. And follow us on Instagram, Ali the Hasnain and Pascal Hausberger. And see you next time. Thanks, everyone.
Peace.